So I've been away, I've been on a trip to America for 2 weeks. Shot a lot of film while I was there and a lot of footage. And I've decided to split the trip up into 2 videos. So today's video is the first part of the trip. We landed in Newark, just outside New York, and we travelled north up to Cape Cod, spent a few days there, and then travelled further north up to Boston for a day. That's going to be the first part of the trip. I'll have another video out next week, hopefully, with the second part of the trip, where we go to Martha's Vineyard. We hike a small section of the Appalachian Trail. We go to Delaware Water Gap and New Jersey Shore and a few other little bits and pieces. But today's video is going to be mostly Cape Cod and Boston. Whenever I think of America, I always think of the great road trips and some of the great books that have been written about road trips across America. So for me, who's not in America too often, I did enjoy just travelling by car on this trip from New York up to Cape Cod. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I love to take lots of gear with me, but due to baggage constraints I had to keep my gear pretty minimal on this trip. So I just brought 2 cameras with me for film. I brought the Canon EOS 300 and I brought a digital camera, my Canon 6D Mark II. Why did I bring these 2 cameras? Main reason was they're both EF mounts, which meant I can use same lenses on both cameras, and I only brought 2 lenses with me. I brought my 35mm f2 and I brought my 50mm 1.8. Looking back now, I probably could have got away with just bringing the film camera. To be honest, I probably shot 95% of the shots on this trip with my film camera and with my 35mm f2. So our first port of call when we got to Cape Cod was to go to Provence Town. This is the little town that's right out on the very end of Cape Cod Peninsula. It's a really nice little town, surrounded by beaches. Has a very kind of artist typey feel to it. But yeah, it was really nice to spend the first day just exploring around here. I just brought 2 film stocks with me. For black and white, I brought Ilford HP5. For colour film, I brought Kodak Ultramax. One of the things we did while in Provence Town was to take a wander out to one of the lighthouses that is located close to the town. I believe this one's called Wood End Lighthouse. It's a bit of a sketchy hike out there, to be honest. We had to walk across this man-made dam, I suppose you'd call it, with the water lapping up on either side. Bit sketchy, but it was definitely worth it in the end. first few days in Cape Cod, we were back in the car again. We decided to take a little road trip up to Boston for the day. It was my first time in Boston, and it's a really lovely city. It's definitely a place I'd love to go back to and spend a little bit more time there. But we got really lucky with the weather, and it was just a really nice day, kind of wandering around the city, looking at some of the more historic sites and views that the city had to offer. So that ends the first few days of my little road trip around America. The second part of the video will detail the second half of my trip, where we went back to Cape Cod. We went out to Martha's Vineyard for a day. We hiked part of the Appalachian Trail. We went to Jersey Shore and to Delaware Water Gap and a few other little bits and pieces in between. So that video should be out hopefully next week. Yeah, and that's all I've really got to say for today. I hope you enjoy this video, and thanks for watching.